rooftop Jeep, so surround sound, all the sounds. Today is Saturday, May 13th, and we're going to Geneva, Switzerland. And we're gonna bring my dad, because my dad hasn't come with me on a trip yet. It's like 1:30, my check-in time is 4:20. I like to be there an hour early, so I wanted to be there by like 3:15, 3:20. I need to get my dad through security, still check him in, do all the things. And yeah, apparently the airport is like 13 minutes from our, I almost said Airbnb, the hotel. I'm a little nervous for this one, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if as nervous as I was for working the back alley, but I'm working the first class galley today. I'm on my way to my parents' house to pick up my dad. Well, actually we're gonna take his car, but I'm picking him up. And I'm so excited. The reason I am going to Switzerland is I had like a 4-day trip with a 32-hour layover in Dallas, which like, I'm gonna lose a whole day in Dallas. Yeah, you're getting paid per diem, but the trip was not worth enough hours for me to consider it worth it. So I put it on the board. I didn't think anyone was gonna pick it up and I was gonna have to work it. And then I went to check. I had like 2 days off in between. I went to check and someone picked it up. Another day off and 3 days in a row off after that. So I picked up this. It was either the forward galley or the aisle. And I hate working the aisle. Like, I don't hate it, I dislike it more than, I prefer to work in the galley. They got the goods. Alright, alright. Laundry bags with their dust bags. This is the most stocked mini bar I've seen on a layover. The room is microscopic, but cute, does the job. And we have a double balcony. That means you can drink it. Walking around the streets reminded me a little bit of France, or like the French countryside, European-esque, architecture with like the cobblestones and the little cafes. But I will say Geneva is super clean. Makes sense since Switzerland is one of the richest countries in the world. Then we made our way through this park. There's a monument called like the Reformation Wall, which was built in 1909. And it had to do with the Protestant Reformation, or Geneva's part in the Protestant Reformation. It's in that same park where you see all the people playing chess. I love spotting sundials when I'm like walking around the towns or little cities, layover in. I took like one survey of Western art class in college, and like now I just like look at all the architecture and appreciate it so much more. I remember in that class, the professor went in detail about the link and lore between the sun and the earth, and of course, passage of time and like actually measuring it. Just like stumble across like the most beautiful architecture. Like this pretty courtyard was just off the streets we were walking down. And I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like it would be really cute for like a wedding or something. Like people on the balconies, throwing rice and flour. I don't know. That's just what my imagination goes to.
It has been so wonderful, so peaceful, so zen. It's a Sunday, so everything is closed. There's not a lot of tourists around. Weather is perfect. Dad made it on the plane. Purple seats. I'm content. Hotel room could have been a little nicer. Not gonna lie. But we take what we can get. Vibes are immaculate. Crew is decent. Yeah.
Then towards the end of the day, when my feet were killing me, we made it over to the United Nations. They have this art exhibit there called The Broken Chair. It's literally a chair, like a giant 10-meter chair with its leg torn off right in front of the United Nations. I had to look this up on Wikipedia because I hate going to places and seeing these cool art pieces, installations and stuff, and not knowing anything about it, because obviously it's been put there for a reason, for people to learn about it and look up. The broken chair symbolizes opposition to landmines and cluster bombs, and serves like as a reminder to the politicians and diplomats that visit Geneva, since it's right across from the United Nations, so they can't help but see it, and it's obviously enlarged for that reason, having to do with something called the Ottawa Treaty, which had to do with landmines and bombs. At one point, they had taken it down for construction, but they put it back up because it was only supposed to be up for like 3 months. And it ended up being up until like 2005, and then it came down, then it went back up in 2007, and it's still up. So, very fitting.
We made it back. I am so tired. But this trip was probably in my top 5. Like, I'm glad I brought my dad, but he just made it even better. I have no words. Switzerland, you are beautiful. You are sweet. You are friendly. Y'all are neutral. But I definitely want to come back and, like, maybe, like, road trip the Alps, or, like, country-esque stuff. Like, take the train somewhere. Wake-up call is at 6:30 a.m. Van time is 7:30. Flight time is like 8 hours and something. We just went to have dinner. I think it's like Corner something. I'll link it below. It's also tagged on my Instagram stories. Instagram stories is like my favorite place to post. I just like, it's quick, it's easy.
One of my favorite things about being a flight attendant is bringing my family with me on my trips sometimes. I remember dreaming when I was in college, just wondering what life would be, wanting to travel the world with the people I love and like get to share what I love to do, which is traveling and like seeing places and exploring them and eating things and just having a good old time. I'm so glad that I get to fulfill this childhood dream of mine to enjoy travel with my parents and my friends. I hope you like this video. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them below, Instagram, also below, and I'll see you guys next time.